gentlemen, it is now time for the first ever Rascals Children's Professional Wrestling Academy press conference. Our academy has taken the world of professional wrestling by storm, reshaping, guiding and inspiring future athletes, entertainers and performers, welcoming all ages, gender, abilities and disabilities. First to the stage, he is the head coach of Rascals Academy, multi-time pro wrestling champion, current coach of the year, Rossi Rascal. Next to the stage, we have a man that has contributed tremendously to enhancing the confidence of all the Academy's children, supporting them in character and persona development and providing opportunities for great storytelling. Our General Manager, Mr. Chris Clifton. And finally, his reputation is expanding faster than the universe. He is the most polarising figure at Rascals Academy. Following his mega victory in the Easter Bash Battle Royal, he is now our co-general manager and matchmaker. Please welcome Keyboard Warrior.
What's up guys, hope you're excited as I am of course for the first ever Rascals Children Professional Wrestling Academy press conference. We have loads of things to announce, including matches of course for our epic 1 year anniversary, which I'm super excited to share with you guys. But first of all, obviously we have achieved so much unprecedented heights. We've only been here for 10 months and we've already had 2 shows. We've got media, we've got everybody supporting us, we've had special guests, and we're only going to get bigger and better, of course, along with our superstars. We also have Wes Danger, our 15-year-old student, is now officially a professional. We are soon going to be launching adult classes from September, and of course, we're going to have plans into place to introduce more beginners so nobody misses out. Again, we welcome any age, ability, gender, and even disability as well to come and join us. So I'm going to welcome, of course, our General Manager again, Chris Clifton. It's all yours.
Thank you, Ross. Right, so just some updates to provide you all with. This Saturday, June 17th, we have got some great opportunity for our superstars in our Saturday showcase where they can try new gimmicks, new match types. We can pair different combinations of superstars together and really let them express themselves in unique and different ways. August 20th is coming up, it's coming quick. It's our 1 year anniversary show. It's bigger, it's going to be better and better than before, with the greatest talent from the UK coming down and being on the show. And to round off the year, we've got Rascal Academy Awards in December. The awards are going to be for all our superstars' hard work, things like Wrestler of the Year, Most Improved and Match of the Year. So with that, I have to introduce my illustrious colleague, Keyboard.
Please. Alright, so there's this new anniversary show coming up. Everyone knows that. It's the biggest ever. And we're going to have the craziest time there. Everyone's been so spectacular, including me. Everyone's been wonderful, including me. And we're very excited to show you some of these match cards. Right, so up first, we have me and Chris. We decided that Rossi Rascal versus Tornado Zach Travis, listen here, and Wes Danger in a stunned triple threat. Match 2. This is an exciting one. Everyone knows that I am, of course, the best wrestler ever. Won the last Royal Rumble. This year, we're going to have another Royal Rumble. It's going to be called the Rascals Royal Rumble, and it's going to be match 2.
I'm going to correct you, you won the Battle Royal. You won a Battle Royal. That's everybody in the ring at the same time. That's the Royal Rumble. This is what you've got to work with. So the Royal Rumble, is there a winner, does the winner get anything or is it just a big...
Just a big pile of, just just a pad.
No, they get a match of their choosing at the Christmas show.
Really?
That's what we agreed. Right, match three.
Okay. Match 3. My enemy. My one and truly enemy. Joshy Baker. Versus Now this will be a banger. Now, what I'm going to say here is if Joshy Baker beats Rabbit on a Christmas show, I will fight him. Which is going to be very unlikely because he couldn't. Rabbit was just a string. He's easy me. 2 seconds. Alright? But if he does, he can come to me and I will destroy myself. Right? And I want you all to know I'm better than Josh and Baker. As you will see, I beat him in the what's it called again?
It's a battle royal.
Battle Royal, yeah. I beat him in the Battle Royal and I can just beat him over and over again. Of course. I'm just the best. Match 4 that we're announcing.
Now, match 4 is going to be the King versus Kaysen.
Wow.
It is King versus Kaysen.
Kaysen does not deserve it.
Kaysen has done so much for this academy. You don't know half of it. He's getting that match.
He just doesn't deserve it. Like, he just sits around. He's lost literally every single match he's been in. So I don't think he should get his king.
To be fair, he's lost. I'm just a wrestler here, but he's lost the matches. The King screwed him out of every opportunity. I'm used to that.
And he beat him at Christmas.
Yeah, he did.
He beat him at
Yeah,
Christmas.
Jason's got one.
Yeah, but that was just looking on. That was when he was a fuss.
Looking like a rumble.
That's disrespectful.
I've
That's disrespectful.
I'm looking after the long term of this academy.
I am not on turn in this academy.
No.
And I'm going to stay here till it ends. Like,
One card.
what did you say this?
Well, I don't know what to stand. I'm happy with my match, obviously, but I don't know.
No.
Well, what about if you had a bit of a stipulation for Casey and King?
I agree. I think that Chris is going to say this. He's going to make this as a decision. If the King cheats again, he's fired from our academy. Because he has brought nothing good to this academy since he walked through those doors. Cheating at every opportunity. For someone as big as Casey, coming down, giving up his time, promoting the academy as he does, he shouldn't be treated like this by one of our superstars. It's not acceptable.
Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that bet. Because I know, King, wherever you're out there, you will not cheat next season anniversary show. You will not cheat because I trust in you.
Yeah, guys, we have an agreement on something. Do we have some sort of an agreement?
Yes.
Are you happy with that? Are you happy with them matches?
Yes.
Awesome. And what we'll do, we'll go with some questions. But just to clarify what you announced there, my God, my head's blown with some of them. Triple threat, myself, West Danger, Tornadoes at Travis.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
I better start the Rocky montage and start training. Match 2 is a Royal Rumble. So after a certain time limit, someone new comes in. I quite like that. It's a cool opportunity to get some new people on the show. That's a great one. And what does the winner get from that one? Sorry, what did you say?
They get to choose a match of their choosing at the Christmas show.
Wow, so they get to choose any match. That's amazing. Match 3, I don't agree with this one. I don't know. Josh and Baker versus Rarebit.
Come on, it's the
I
best
don't know
match
why
ever.
you do that.
Because maybe try to do it like that one, and you almost, but of course.
And you sweeten the deal saying if VK wins, it's going to be you
Yeah.
and VK.
So I think I'm gonna win the Christmas card.
Wow, this is crazy. And what was match 4, King and Kaysen?
Communication.
A nice singles match. But you said if the King
He
cheats,
cheats one more time.
it's fight.
It's
It's
fine.
not going to. I know.
You comfy?
Have you met him?
You comfortable there? So what we'll do, of course, guys, that is, my mind is blown right there with some of the matches. I need to really get to work and get some match graphics done. But guys, we're going to open up to you guys, of course, so any questions for myself, for Chris Clifton, or for Keyboard Warrior, please fire away. Start with, yes sir.
Hi guys, thank you for taking your time with us today. I'd like to ask a question for Keyboard and Chris. I'll start with Chris if I may. Have you guys been getting along okay? Can you talk to us about how easy or possibly difficult it's been to plan these matches together that you've announced today?
No comment.
No comment whatsoever?
My lawyers have instructed me to say very little.
Wow.
The individual question has proven to be a considerable challenge to collaborate with ever since the inception of our working relationship. I have yet to encounter individuals profoundly challenging to work alongside, and I am unable to conceive of a more unsuitable candidate for his assigned responsibilities. Does that answer your question?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Clifton. Keyboard, would you like to add anything to that?
Absolutely not. Look at him, he's ridiculous. Like, I said no comment. He's trying to sue me. Look at this document. Did you see it?
I'm not taking sides. I'm not taking sides.
But I'm still powerful. He can't boss me around.
To answer your question, sir, I don't think they are getting along. That's why I'm stood in the middle right now. I didn't know it was getting that far, but it might come to blows. So we'll move on and we'll find another question. Anybody, guys? Anybody?
For Ross, congratulations on a very, very successful community day this past weekend.
Thank you.
And we'd just like to know if you plan on doing any more in the near future.
Wow, great. I'm glad you asked that, to be honest. It's something we probably should have announced earlier. Yes, we've got some exciting news to say the least. Our next community day is August 6th, and that will be held at Watson Road Park in Blackpool. That will be similar to what we did this past weekend. We take the ring, we take the judo mats, and we have that good little collaboration between both academies, and we just again enhance opportunities for the community. We've got loads more other things planned along with their mega blockbuster that Fairhaven Lake was so pleased with what we've done, that not only are we invited back to do more community events, they want us to host our very own show. So we are now getting to the level where we are going to potentially be doing shows outside of this venue, and we're going to start with potentially Fairhaven Lake heading into 2024 for next year. We're going to put plans into place, whether it will be, of course, the similar structure to what we do now in our storylines, or if that's just going to be a showcase show. But that's, you heard it here first, we're going to start doing shows outside of the academy.
A question for Ross, please, if I can. Ross, in less than a year, you've managed to build a full and thriving children's academy. It's absolutely fantastic, but what are you going to do to ensure we can grow and include more children? And also, would you mentioned the adult classes as well. Could you comment on that, please?
Great question, absolutely. So, I don't think anybody could have anticipated the growth of this in 10 months, to be honest. We started with, I think, 6 or 7 kids. I was looking back at the first photos, and we've exploded, and now we have a good 30 children already. So in order to accommodate this, we need to find a fine line of obviously making sure the academy is safe in terms of the amount of numbers, to the amount of coaches, number one. And of course, we don't want to keep bringing in beginners when it may hinder the progress of our more advanced ones. So plans are in place to have more coaches on board. Sonny, West Danger, of course, is really working hard, but potentially he can go down a coaching route when it comes to beginners and children. He's got a lot of experience to share. But our plan is, of course, in terms of children, is from August time, we're going to accept 5 new starters, but we're going to introduce more regular coaches on the mat to make sure that we have enough coaches and eyeballs on each individual children. How that will work though, they can only attend our Thursday classes. Once they get to a certain level, they can then join our Tuesday as well. So Thursdays will be more beginner friendly, Tuesdays will be our regular program. But again, the rule is here, we don't want anybody to miss out. Again, I said earlier, any age, gender, ability, disability, but I don't want to turn anyone at the door, but respectfully, we are getting full, we are getting busier. Adult classes, exciting news, it has to happen. We're going to launch these from September. As it stands, it will be Thursdays, 8 PM. And we're going to work in a very, very affordable structure when it comes to obviously payments, make everything fair, again provide opportunities. We have plans to do showcase shows for just adults and trainees across the country that need a bit more help with exposure, with social media, and of course just mat time or ring time as well. So that will help with our networking for people like West Danger, or for the strong up-and-comers as well that are coming from our academy. So thank you, sir.
For Chris and Ross, how far have you guys actually planned ahead in terms of matchups, ongoing feuds, and in terms of just plans for the academy itself?
We've had cracking conversations about this, myself and Ross. We've spoken about each individual child, where we'd like them to go, possibilities with them moving forward, but also how we get the best out of them. And some children are just coming to us with the ideas, coming to us with the stories, and it's so easy. We've shared, countless conversations about how this academy work moves forward and the best way forward, and the sky's the limit.
Absolutely, it's exciting because you've got to remember, guys, we told this story a few times, is this was never a plan of ours to open a wrestling academy. It happened, we're having fun with it, but everything is a learning curve as well, and learning what's best to progress it. There's children here that just want to turn up and make friends. There's children here that want to take it that one step further and be professionals. So we've got to cater for everybody. There's children here that might not want to do shows, so we don't need to put pressure on them to structure classes around that. But as Chris just mentioned there, every child on shows will get an opportunity to shine. Every child on the show has a voice to be heard. We'd like to listen to because they understand their character and persona better than we do. So we want to hear their opinions, of course, and we want to work with them through that. We can only use our experience to suggest, again, other opportunities in terms of feuds or, again, maybe a bit more stories and potential matchups that we can make. In terms of the academy moving forward, we briefly mentioned, obviously, community days. And what we're going to obviously start pursuing is we need a bigger and better building, but we're going to work towards things like that. As I said, we are 10-month-old, guys, 10 months old. And what we've achieved is next level, and it still blows my mind. So just give me another 10 months and then ask where we're going from there. We've already had people from higher organisations of the world eyeballing us, looking at our Instagram stories, liking our stuff on social media. We've had international superstar Franco Varga wanting to take a session. This is in 10 months, guys, so as Chris said, the sky is literally the limit. We're looking forward to our exciting future, guys. Anything else, guys, before we wrap? Any more questions?
Just one final question for myself. I wondered if anyone would like to comment on the conspiracy or rumour going round that in the Battle Royal from the Easter Bash, Thunderclap actually went under the bottom rope and therefore was not officially eliminated.
That's a conspiracy theory. That's just like some man with a tinfoil hat talking about how Aiden went under the rope. I won the Royal Rumble, everyone saw it. I'm sure. I won that. I won the Battle Royal, we all saw it. I knocked out Josh and AJ. Aiden did not win. I won.
I agree, because that's the first time I've heard of that. I don't know, that's the first time I've heard of that, to be honest. You've not seen that. What were you saying, sir? Thunderclap what?
I believe that there's reports that Thunderclap went under the bottom rope and therefore, according to the rules that were announced beforehand, was not officially eliminated.
Did you know about that? Or because obviously you went under the rope and then went backstage and came back out and cross-faded the match. Which is fine.
I didn't obviously watch them, so I'm still in.
No, I agree with that, I guess. But what this gentleman said is Thunderclap went under the bottom rope as well and he just announced him as a winner.
I see that backstage.
Well, I don't know. Thank you for bringing that to our. I guess we'll just have to check out the tapes and just review it from there. But we'll also thank you. That was not knowledge to me. We'll check out the tapes to see what we can find out. We've not spoken to Thunderclap about that. He's not brought that to our attention, so obviously not happy about that.
Not happy.
Well, we'll see.
I'm in the mood.
We'll see what we can do. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, question for Keyboard. You've been in office now for about 2 months. What do you think you contributed to the academy as acting GM?
Right. This is easy. Because I bring so much to the table. I'm a great wrestler. I can come up with the most amazing matches, like Josh making us rabbit, 11. I can do everything. If Chris was gone, I could be the GM. I could be the main person. If Ross was gone, I could run this whole academy. But the greatest thing that I bring to the table is I do the best impression of a hot dog.
you guys. Good night.